human beings. Nutrition in human beings is carried out by digestive system. Digestive system consists of many organs like mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine. Along with these organs, it also consists of 3 glands: salivary glands, liver and pancreas. All these together constitute the alimentary canal, which is a long tube which extends from mouth to anus. Nutrition in human being consists of various steps like ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Ingestion of food occurs through mouth, which is bounded by upper and lower jaw. Food is taken in with the help of hands. Now, digestion. Digestion means breaking down of solid, complex, insoluble form of food into simple, soluble form so that it can mix in the blood. Then absorption. Movement of this digested food to various cells of the body is absorption. Then assimilation. Utilization of absorbed food by each and every cell of the body to obtain energy for growth and repairing of the body. Last step is egestion, that is removal of harmful waste from the body. Now, digestion of food occurs through mouth. Mouth consists of buccal cavity, which consists of teeth, tongue and salivary glands. Teeth help in cutting the food, chewing it and help in mixing it with saliva, which is produced by salivary glands. Saliva contains an enzyme, salivary amylase, which converts starch present in the food into simple sugar maltose. So, digestion of food starts in the mouth itself. Then, tongue help in mixing the food and making it soft and also give it taste. Now, food is swallowed through tongue and passes into pharynx, which is a common passage for windpipe as well as food pipe or esophagus. As the food is pushed towards esophagus, the wall epiglottis is closed so that food particles cannot go inside windpipe. Now, food enters into the esophagus. The walls of esophagus contract and relax rhythmically to push the food down into the stomach. This rhythmic contraction and relaxation movement of the muscles present in the walls of the esophagus is called peristaltic movement. This peristaltic movement pushes the food slowly into the stomach, which is present on the left side of the abdomen. It is a J-shaped organ. It continuous churning of food occurs in the stomach for 3 hours. The walls of the stomach contain gastric glands which secrete gastric juice. Gastric juice contain 3 substances: HCl, enzyme pepsin and mucus. HCl provide a acidic medium for the action of enzyme pepsin. Enzyme pepsin converts the protein into smaller molecule called peptones. And mucus, it protects the inner lining of the stomach from the acidic effect of HCl. Now the food in the form of semi-solid paste is pushed into small intestine by sphincter muscle. In the small intestine, the secretion of two glands is received, that is liver and pancreas. Liver secretes bile, which makes the medium alkaline for the action of enzyme secreted by pancreas. It also emulsifies the fats, that is, it breaks down bigger globules of fats into smaller globules. Pancreas secrete pancreatic juice, which contain the enzymes trypsin and lipase. Trypsin acts on proteins, lipase acts on fats. The food is now partially digested. Now, the glands present in the walls of the intestine also contain various enzymes. These enzymes, along with pancreatic enzymes, ultimately brings about complete digestion of food. That is, proteins are broken down into amino acid, fats are broken down into fatty acids and glycerol, and carbohydrates are converted into glucose. So, food is completely digested in small intestine. This is the complete process of digestion. Now occur absorption. Small intestine also performs the function of absorption. It is the site of complete absorption of food. The walls of small intestine contain numerous finger-like projections called villi. These villi enhance the surface area of small intestine so that maximum absorption of food can take place. These villi are surrounded by blood vessels. The soluble food is diffused into the blood through villi. Now, this completely digested soluble food is taken by blood to each and every cell of the body for obtaining energy, for growth and for repairing of the body, and this is called assimilation. Now, the food which is not used by the cells is stored in the liver in the form of glycogen. The food which is not digested, that is undigested food, cannot remain in the small intestine. It goes into a wider tube called large intestine. The villi present in large intestine absorb water present in undigested food and make it almost solid. This undigested food goes into the last part of large intestine called rectum and stored there for some time. After that, this undigested food is expelled out of the body in the form of feces. This is called egestion. Thank you.